Hello, my friends. How are you? Hiker Dave here. We are, me and Gary are back on his back 40. It is rough trudging through this snow. It's weird. It's a kind of a packed snow. It's a couple feet deep in some spots. But I thought just by wearing spikes on my boots would be all right. But I didn't bring my snowshoes. I figured it'd be useless in this stuff. I should have, because this is rough going. So we're headed out to Gary's gifting rock. He's going to put out, he hasn't been able to leave anything just because the weather's been so cold and snowy. And so this is the first time he's kind of been out here in a few weeks. It's like you got to take 10 steps and rest, 10 steps and rest. But yes, this is Gary's property. This is where we caught something on video. I don't know. Very interesting something that we captured on video out here a month or two, a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. And I wanted to come out here. I want to look for a trackway, some tracks, some prints, something. But have yet to see anything, but we are not really that far off of the dirt road, really, so. Well, that's a new bend right there, guys. That's something me and Gary don't recognize that one. Look at this snow, guys. In some spots, it's not all that bad. Then other spots, you step and you just kind of, your whole leg disappears. Yeah, we're getting into swamp area, right? Hopefully it's just ice. No, Gary, believe me, it's like I said, 10 or 15 steps, take a break. Maybe the snowshoes, Gary, we know now that the snowshoes.
I've been out here in a while, so I wasn't aware.
So I don't know if I told you guys about the ribbons out here. I know I made a video of us bushwhacking and making our own trail on Gary's back 40, and I put a ribbon on trees like every 20-30 feet or so. Just so we wouldn't get lost, because there's no trail. We're making our own, right? And then, some time went by and we came back to follow the ribbons out. Actually, we were trying to find the spot where we videoed that figure, Gary, right?
Yeah.
That's when we realized about the ribbons, that the ribbons were gone. There was a couple here and there. I'm like, where the heck are the ribbons? So we only found a couple, which was really strange, because I know I put those ribbons at a certain spacing. I know how I tied them. I know I tied them to the thick of a tree. If it was something like this, for instance, like a tree here, I would tie it right around that part, a thick part. I wouldn't tie it around a twig. And when they were gone, almost went over. And it was, I couldn't understand where they went, what's going on. So we came back out sometime later. I'm not even going to try to guess, 2 weeks, month, I don't remember. And we were heading back in that direction where the ribbons, we wanted to head to the back wall of his back 40, stone wall. And I'm seeing these ribbons. They're like 5 feet apart. There was one tree that had 3 ribbons on it. I would never do that. Some of the ribbons were tied to the tiniest little branch, little twig branch. I didn't do any of that. And I just was amazed. One of the ribbons actually was down by Gary's shooting range on his property. No reason at all for me to put a ribbon right in his backyard. I wouldn't do that. I never put the ribbon there. And it makes me wonder, is that entertaining for them? Did Sasquatch come in here and remove the ribbons? And what amazes me about that is how the ribbons were tied back on the tree. Tied something with thumbs, has to do that. So it's not like something came by and ripped them off and hid them. Something came by, untied them, put them somewhere for a while, then came back out here and just willy-nilly started tying them to all these trees all clumped together, which I know the method I was using. I remember making a video on when we bushwhacked. When we bushwhacked out here, I remember what I was doing and the spacing of the ribbons. So something came out here, took all the ribbons, and then, as a joke, put them just all over the place. And I couldn't believe that. And then, an interesting story. After we get to the gifting rock, we here, Gary? Yeah. I'm going to have Gary tell you about something that happened at his house recently. Sorry about that, guys. I had the microphone facing the wrong way. So, your wife had passed out and you were still awake.
I had passed out myself and then just starting to doze off. And I heard and felt this bang that is basically right almost under my bedroom there. I have 2 big wooden doors in my basement that you can, big enough to drive a car or truck through, that swing open this way.
Yeah, really solid too.
Really solid wooden doors, right. Probably maybe 8 or 9 feet high, maybe 7, 8 feet wide. They're pretty big. And I assumed that something was banging on it, like bang, enough to make, a little bit of shake that I felt in the bed and a loud noise. I woke up the wife. Did you hear that? She's like, no. But she said it probably was a squash. But again, who knows? I can never say it was. I didn't see it. It was just a big bang, enough to wake me out of a half sleep, put it that way.
Did you jump up and
well, of course, every time I hear that, I look out the window that's right above those doors. And I never see nothing. No tracks, nothing. And it was like before when I started gifting out here near the shooting range.
Yes,
you put out stuff, cameras, food's gone, nothing on the video. It's like, okay. I know there's talk about, different videos about them, being invisible or you're coming through. People,
right,
some people, right. Some people see them, just coming in focus behind a tree or in front of a tree, whatever, different portals. However, I'm not saying I don't believe it. I don't know. And it is possible, I guess, with them. They're very intelligent. And I'm assuming it was a squash. It was a big enough bang to shake the bed a bit. And I'm not saying a lot, but, like
right,
a vibration.
Could you feel it in the floor?
I could feel it. I felt it. It woke me up. Not just the noise, but it's like a little bit of a... Because, like I said, doors are right there. Like under my bed, basically, almost.
Yep.
So, I don't know what it was. But I assume,
now you hadn't gifted anything for a while before that happened.
That's correct. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't been out here in a while, like Dave said, because of the weather. But it had been a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I think the last time I did was with you. Last time we came out.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it was that. Maybe they were looking for something, but it was a loud enough bang to make me think it was something big, nothing small. Besides, nothing was thrown at the house. I went out The next day, of course, looked for tracks, which, of course, none.
No tracks.
No tracks.
Was there was snow on the ground at that point, I think, too, right?
Not like this, but there was some,
Right, a
some
little
snow.
bit. We had light snow.
I thought maybe it might leave a little bang, a dent, or a crack, or something.
Right, or grease
Paint
or
peeling.
oil.
Yeah, nothing. So I'm like, did I imagine that or what? But I don't think so. But yeah, strange things have happened here.
That is interesting, and then months before that, you heard the whoops out your window with the windows open in the summertime.
Kind of a whoop slash freaking growl. Never knew what that was. My wife has actually heard that too. There's been so much more signs, so many more things that are new here that it just more here, you know?
Especially with the explosion of the tree beds.
Exactly.
I mean, all of a sudden, this place looked like a Picasso painting where there was nothing out here. One whole tree break we found.
Started hook up, nothing here. When he came after that summer, getting into fall, it was like, what the heck? There's like 20 people that had come by and bent things. It was just unbelievable.
And then we built the backstop for the gun range, and then this place just absolutely
exploded.
The bends went nuts. Yeah. Absolutely crazy.
Everywhere you go, and there's still more happening every time. There's a couple more we saw that knew that on the way up here today.
Yeah, that were new. I don't remember those. Those could have happened anytime in the last 3 weeks.
Exactly.
Since we've been out here, but
so hopefully the weather changes soon enough, and Dave and I get out here more, and well, maybe we'll find something. But yeah, that was pretty exciting and a little scary too. You don't know what the heck's going on.
That is frightening, man, to be home like that, and you're out in the middle of nowhere out here. To have something bang on your house like that, that's frightening.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you you relaying your story. Much appreciated.
No worries.
Gary, let's head that way.
Let's do it.
For a little bit, and we'll look for some tracks. Sound good?
Hope we can find something.
Yep. Oh, jeez, this is deep, man. Look at this, guys. I don't know if you can even see it. I get the sun in my face. It's like we're post-holing out here. Okay. Yeah, me and Gary were just talking about the lack of deer tracks. No deer tracks, no moose tracks. We've seen some rabbit tracks. Like right there, some rabbit tracks right there. Did you hear that? Where did that come from?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't use that, did we?
No, I haven't used orange flag tape out here. It's all yellow. All yellow.
This is still my land, isn't it?
This is the stuff we've been using, guys. Just want to let you know. This is just yellow tape. Where did that come from? Well, I didn't even see it till you just pointed it out.
I just saw it looking up. You know what? Look about 35, 40 feet. There's none of them.
I've never used yellow. See, look at guys. Here's a perfect example of what I was trying to tell you. I would not put flagging tape on a little tiny bush like this. I would not do it. So here's an example of one that got moved. And as a matter of fact, look at that. I didn't do that. I didn't put that there. That orange one is not from us. I have yet to put orange out here.
You know what?
I can't even tell if this is on camera. I hope it is.
I want to take it off because this is still my yard. I don't know who did that. They also put one down there. There's another one I can see.
What? This is really strange, guys. I see that. Yep, I see the orange. That's not what we use out here. See, here's my typical wrap would be that one right there. That's normally how I do it.
Look way behind. There's one flying over.
I would not put it. No, I wouldn't put it on a twig. That's right. Like this one here is something I just wouldn't do that. That's not a good place to put marking ribbon. What is the orange doing out here?
I don't know. I don't know who put that there
because I see that there's another one too.
I know. Just curious, so who put it there? What, why would they do that?
So that would mean somebody came on your property. Something was on your property and put that there recently, at least in the past month.
I don't remember using orange out here.
We came out and saw no orange except for the one that's way down there where your property ends and someone else's begins.
That's what we know about those. But these here, for what reason would they put them there if they did that? Someone did that.
That's one of them things. We're never going to know the damn answer to that, and that is frustrating.
Yeah.
That is very frustrating.
What kind of tracks are those?
Let's see what we're looking at here.
Dog or cat? Some kind of cat? No.
Yeah, it's following something because that is different than that one. Exactly. Yeah, it looks like bobcat.
Yeah.
I can't see my screen, so I don't even know if I'm filming. I mean, I know I'm filming, but I mean videoing. Yeah, so there is a couple tracks.
Yeah.
I am so confused about the ribbons. I really, really am. I don't understand what's going on out here. So a weird thing I ran into the other day as well, but it's probably a month and a half ago. No, I hate doing that. A couple months ago. Driving down a long dirt road, very few homes. The dirt road's like 10 miles long. I think I've showed it to you guys before on my channel. But this is what I ran into, really strange. So I had passed it, took a picture, turned around, I went up the road, I don't know how long, and I'm like, I want to get a better look at that. That's really strange. Came back around the bend, couldn't find it. It was gone. And the only reason why I mention it now is because I just kind of blew it off. I didn't even think any more of it. But then I was watching David Politis the other day, and he had mentioned him and his wife were hiking, and they had hiked down a trail, and then they were on their way back out, and they found that very same thing, a stick just sticking right in the middle of the trail that wasn't there on their hike in. I just thought it was really weird to see this thing sticking up in the middle of the road. There's a nice, convenient little bend right there. This is rough travel out here. Okay, so there's one of those ribbons on a tiny twig that I would never put two ribbon markers 15 feet from each other. That doesn't make any sense. I didn't do that. This is close to the area where we captured that thing on video, Gar.
Yeah, not too far.
Right around this area here. Okay, now this is ridiculous. See this ribbon, guys? Okay, I would never put the ribbon like that. Yeah, there's no need. I wouldn't do this. I'm looking at the knot too. I didn't tie that knot. So this ribbon was somewhere on a fatty tree, and there's no need. I guess the spacing is correct. I would put them about every 30 feet or so, but I want to get closer to that other ribbon. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Like the way I put these ribbon markers, I put them around the fat of a tree, a big tree. So I don't understand who or what moved them, and if it was just them having fun with us, or And you know, we were talking, me and Gary, back at the rock, that it's like the lack of, see now, if you see here, I see rabbit track. Okay, so that's food source. But I don't see any deer. And it's like, you know, I know I've talked about this before, that Sasquatch would have to follow their food source, right? I mean, if there's no deer in the area, if they eat meat, guys, then there would be no reason for them to be here, I guess, but I don't know. Okay, so here's another example. This ribbon, I did not put that there. I put ribbons on the fat part of a tree. Not like that. Same thing with that one up there. I did not tie that ribbon there. So it's just, it really amazes me how these got moved. I don't understand it. Now, what I do is I look for a fat tree, like the one right there behind it, and I put a ribbon on that. Now, also, there should be a ribbon inside right now, because this is when perhaps we started to bushwhack. So there should be a yellow ribbon in sight here.
Is that an X to your left?
I know, I'm looking at that right there.
Yeah.
It is an X.
I remember that.
Okay, so I do see a ribbon I put there, way down the trail. I put that ribbon. I don't even know if it's in camera or not. But I did put that there. This is new though, the X, Gary.
Yeah. I remember that at all.
Oh, it's an optical illusion, Gary.
Huh?
They don't touch each other.
No?
What's that ribbon doing over there now?
Where?
Over there, there's a ribbon on the... Doesn't make any sense to me. See, that looks like an X from this vantage point.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not touching each other.
Right.
Still strange, though. Yeah, there's a ribbon right there.
But not.
There's a... Whoop, you hear the whistle?
Yeah. I heard that. Whoop!
That was Gary, just so you know, guys. Yeah, I heard the whistle. Gary, you ain't gonna believe this. There's an orange ribbon out here, further. Another orange ribbon right next to my yellow ribbon. Ahead of me about, I don't know, probably 50 yards ahead of me. Which doesn't make, see, these are all in weird spots, man. There's the ribbon here. If you could see that, guys, I hope that's coming out on the video. I can't even see my screen. But you see the orange? What is the orange doing there? I don't get it. I know I'll never get that on video.
Where's the orange one day?
Come right here where I'm standing.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Right where I stood.
Yeah.
Bend a bit, straight ahead. Orange ribbon. If you look underneath the pine,
Yeah.
look right underneath. Okay, so here's an example of what I would not do. I know I did not do this. And this just amazes me. I've got 3 ribbons on one tree. Look at this, guys. I know that to the average person watching this video, You could say, Dave, listen, what's the big deal? The big deal is this is private property, an accumulation of things that have happened out here, strange things at Gary's house, strange tree breaks, bends, whoops out his window, and then you got this. One ribbon here, another ribbon next to it, and another one, and another little one down below. All clumped together. I would not, no, there's no reason for that. Very, very odd. And now I can't even see the orange one.
I can see it from here.
Very odd, guys. Like I said, I know to people watching, it's like, what's the big deal? The big deal is I know where I put these. Oh, I see the orange, Gary. Another yellow right there, dangling on a tiny, tiny little branch. It really just, it's something. You know, again, I know that it's not a big deal for you guys, but for me and Gary, that we've been really checking this spot out for a while now. And I know where I spaced the ribbon markers. I know where I put them. And I know I put them in a straight line. To clump three together, somebody else did it. I didn't do it, Gary didn't do it. And another strange, really strange thing is to have the orange ones appear out of nowhere where we don't use orange. He has, Gary, I see you have a new one, a new roll of orange, but that's, we never used them. I'm hoping that whistle that we heard back 5 or 10 minutes ago, I hope we got to catch that. What does that mean? Absolutely means nothing, but it just adds to the high strangeness on his property. Well, we came across, we're not far actually from Gary's property, we're on his property, but not far from his house. This is new. This is new. Neither one of us remember this. This was a recent addition. Isn't that weird? Let me get around here really quick. Let me pause this. I mean, that's something we would have seen right away. Yeah, that's new. What that means, I have no idea. So it's kind of what I'm talking about. When we bushwhacked and we made our own trail, you see these two ribbons here. There's one there, and there's one hanging off that tree right there. I want to show you something. This is Gary's place, right there. There's no way I did not put ribbons where I could see the house. The whole reason I put these ribbons was so we wouldn't get lost, so we could find our way back to the house. So these two ribbons were put here by somebody else or something else. Moved them and put them here. Because, I mean, we're right here. This is Gary's place, and there's no reason why I would have to mark that because I wouldn't be lost. I don't know, guys. It is rough trudging, but we made it back to the backstop. I want to show you guys a crazy ribbon that showed up that anybody with any common sense knows I wouldn't do this. But this is the little sign there that I made up for Gary. I did that in my barn. Pretty cool. But I want to show you something. His house is right here. And look at the ribbon. Right there. So here's another example of the ribbon game that is being played. There's no, I wouldn't have done that. Well, that was another interesting hike on Gary's property today. Those ribbons being switched around and taken away and then brought back and put in different places. That's driving me crazy. I can't understand. I did leave a couple of things out there in a certain, I took one of those yellow marker ribbons and I stretched it across a couple trees and tied a certain knot on each end. I want to see what happens in the next few weeks when I go back there. See what else has changed out there. I don't know. The ribbon thing drives me nuts, but it was a good time. I was glad Gary had an opportunity in this video be able to tell you about his experience that has happened at his house. Some interesting stuff's going on over there, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to going back. We got a lot of work to do there as far as we still got a lot of bushwhack. There's a mountain back there, or a lot of elevation back there on his back property that we still have never got to. We only got as far as a certain spot as far as bushwhacking goes. But I don't like that the ribbons that we used, that I mark the trail with, I put them there for a reason, and that's so we can make our way out of there and not get lost, out on his property. But anyways, yeah, it was a great day. Aside from trudging through the snow 2 feet deep, it was pretty awesome. Thank you guys so much for clicking. I really do appreciate it, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.